The US just bombed Iran, Bitcoin crashed 7%, but here's what nobody is telling you about what happens next. Every single time there's a major war, Bitcoin does the exact same thing. It dumps first, then it pumps harder than anyone expected. So as we saw here, March 1st, when the US killed Iran's supreme leader, BTC dropped 7% to $63,000 within hours. But what's to come next will actually shock you. When missiles fly, every market panics. Stocks sell off, oil spike, and Bitcoin, despite the digital gold narrative, gets sold alongside other risk assets. Portfolio managers need liquidity, leverage traders get liquidated, thin crypto order books amplify the pain, and that's what we saw here when Bitcoin dropped $63,000 on the price of the assassination of the supreme leader. So we're going to go into, does Bitcoin and other assets like metals, gold, and silver pump or dump during major global conflicts? Go back into history and take a look at some previous wars. You can see the Russian-Ukraine war, and what we see, and as I mentioned, is Bitcoin moving in phases. And we covered the phase 1, which is the dump, hours to days of the attack. And then phase 2 is actually the pump, and we'll cover that. And that's weeks to months of growth after the initial shock passes. Something interesting happens. But let's take a look as well here. We see Israel and Gaza war, and we saw a huge pump afterwards. That here's more data. It's the total net flow of all exchanges, and you can see the exchange net flow here in green, and then of course the price right here. So Russia's invasion of Ukraine in Feb 24, you can see the price, huge crash, and then huge inflows as well that we're seeing. And if we move on to Israel and Hamas, that's when we had a huge explosion in price. And as well here, Iran and Israel conflict, June 13th, 25th of 2025, we actually saw, huge inflows, price move upwards, and us make the top right there. And we're currently trading at $69,000. Here's a take from Michael Van de Poppe. He says the initial response of markets was positive on Bitcoin. Now markets are correcting back down as there's uncertainty in how US markets will open. On the other hand, the 21-day MA needs a break in order to have a relief rally, and he thinks that we'll see a relief rally into the 75,000 region. And if we take a look at Bitcoin, our previous video actually showed that we were landing into the weekly moving average. So this is usually historically a great time to buy, a great bounce. We could see hopefully into the 90,000 region, retesting the other MAs. So we're seeing some strong support on the weekly. We're also seeing that support on the monthly. So there's huge confluence where the monthly price is landing on the EMA, and then you have the weekly price landing on the 200 EMA. So this is the 200 and the monthly's on the 50. Historically great times to buy. If you take a look at the Bitcoin price since 2016, a huge bounce, bounce. Here we did trade under, and we went into the strategy in our other video on how to be buying. If you are looking to trade this instead of accumulate, then this could be a great place to buy. Of course, with the ongoing tensions around the world, you have to definitely, do your research, only invest what you're willing to lose. If we take a look at the conflict impact on gold's performance since 1990 to 2025, because regardless, we can't deny the fact that gold has done an amazing job performance after these conflicts. So you can see since 1991 all the way to 2020, and probably more recent with Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but gold's performance into all-time highs. And it looks like it's going to continue to create new highs. So you can see here the initial 7-day gain is quite small, then reflecting over the 3 and the 12 months. What we've seen every time is it bounces back, usually into all-time highs after looking at the 12-month return. So potentially, if we're looking at, history here and what's happened previously, we can have, we can say that Bitcoin and gold might be running onto new all-time highs in the next 12 months or after 12 months of these conflicts, because who knows how long this is going to run for. So we mentioned phase one. Now if we go into phase two, and that's the pump. And I think this is primed for a pump, in my opinion. Yes, we might draw down a little bit more, might retest the bottom of the wick. And this bottom of the wick was $59,000. I'm not sure if we'll see that, but the pump, as I mentioned, the initial shock passes and something interesting happens. Capital starts looking for places to hide outside of the traditional system. If you guys saw all the photos of people trying to escape the Middle East, what can they put in their backpacks? What can they take with them? Realistically, even a gold bar, it's going to be confiscated. You can't fly with that. It's going to be confiscated at the airport, where they're leaving from or where they're landing. And you can't take massive amounts of golds. Most of the time when people are fleeing, you don't even have the means to do so. You are going to be just taking what's most important, your family, your children. You can't pack up your wealth. You can't pack up your real estate. You can with Bitcoin. And that's why that's, in my opinion, why we're seeing people diversify in it when there's times of crisis. And especially in sanctioned or unstable regions, Bitcoin becomes attractive because no government can freeze it, no bank can block it, and no border can stop it. After the Israel-Hamas attack in 23, Bitcoin was at 28K. Within 50 days, it was up 70%. After Russia invaded Ukraine, BTC initially surged 20%, sorry. And now jumping to gold, since Bitcoin didn't exist before 2009 and it wasn't a major asset before 17, the data set's limited, but it is quite revealing on what we're seeing already. And the gold comparison, as you can see, we laid over gold over the Bitcoin chart. Gold doesn't have this two-phase problem. When bombs drop, gold goes up immediately. It just hit $5,300 an ounce, an all-time high, and gold has thousands of years of safe haven credibility. Bitcoin only has 15 years, but here's the thing. Bitcoin recovery rallies after conflicts have massively outperformed gold. After the 2020 pandemic, BTC surged 131% while gold only gained 6%. And here is a study on gold, oil prices, and Bitcoin prices during the Russia, Ukraine, and Israel Gaza wars. We're going to just jump to the section snippets. I'm trying to give you guys a key insight that Bitcoin isn't replacing gold during wars. It's just doing something different. It's the asset people flee to after the initial panic, especially in regions where the banking system is compromised, sanctioned, or simply not trusted. And I think we're going to see a lot of people rush to gold, especially people who have investments in the Middle East and that might not think it's stable. I live in Dubai, and I still think it's one of the safest countries. You can, UAE, of course, you can reside in. And of course, things happen, but let's see how well they can get over it and build as a country. Here, we're going to go to the data, and the literature review demonstrated that there's evidence of significant volatility spillover between Bitcoin and other financial markets, including gold and oil. It should be acknowledged that recent studies have shown that Bitcoin can act as a diversifier and a haven for investors during crises such as the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, the findings of these studies indicate the existence of a relationship between the volatility of oil, gold, and Bitcoin since the introduction of Bitcoin. So if it isn't clear with all the data after looking at, wars or conflicts internationally, and you can see the performance of Bitcoin and even gold, we're not going to ignore gold's performance after these conflicts. This might be a great time to be buying Bitcoin. And you can see that the gold right here has just done an amazing run, undeniably. So if you're holding gold, congratulations. But if you're looking to diversify, get into another asset, or maybe move your assets because you're looking to flee or get to a safer country, a safer environment, you can also take the risk on Bitcoin because it looks like it's in a great place on the weekly, on the monthly, and historically after these huge tensions, Bitcoin has moved into all-time highs. So you can also make some great wealth on this next Bitcoin move. And that's pretty much it. I hope everybody's staying safe and this can be over sooner than later, hopefully for the best. And hit that subscribe button. We're going to be coming out every day. We're also going to be at Dubai Token 2049 next month. Hopefully all this shit's over with. I want to see you guys there. We're going to be going live. We have a lot of, cool giveaways, opportunities, airdrops, partnerships that we want to share with you guys. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.